Hey all, this is Jenna from the Kellybell Designs creative team. Tracy and I are new to the team this year and we focus on Pocket Pages. I use the Project Life app and Tracy uses computer software. Be sure to join us in the Kellybell Designs website gallery and in the iHeart Kellybell Designs Facebook group to see some fun page inspiration from the whole team. Today I'm going to show you how to embellish a Project Life app page in the Studio app. There are other apps shown here as well. I've tried them all, and for me, Studio is the simplest and most user-friendly option of all. So go ahead and download the Studio app and follow along with me. Let's start where we left off in the Project Life app with this page right here. In that previous tutorial, it's on the blog called Want to Know More About Mobile Scrapbooking, dated February 13th, 2024. So be sure to check that blog post out, watch those two videos, and I'll show you how to make a page like this. But if you're wanting a little bit more, I'm going to show you how to embellish a page like this with another app. Okay, say I want to take it up a notch and use some of the fun embellishments that Kellybell Designs offers. The freebies, the page starters, the snippets, the word art, the word flares, the sprays, fasteners, notes, you get the idea. You can also use quick pages in the Studio app, so that's nice, okay? So in part 2 of my previous Project Life app tutorial, I showed you how to customize this share sheet. We're going to export the image right into the Studio app from the Project Life app. And this is your share sheet. Be sure to follow that last tutorial to see about customizing it. But I have my Studio app downloaded and ready to go. So I'm going to import this page right into the Studio app. Let's do this. Okay, so there it is. And on this screen right here, you'll need to remember that's the back button if you need it, if you make a mistake or anything. This, you can change the size of the canvas if you want to. I'm going to leave it at 3600 by 3600. And this is your layers panel. So if you need to move a layer up and down, this is where you'll come to do that. When you're all done, you'll export it here. And down here is where you can get to all of the goodies from your Kellybell Designs kits. You can adjust the text here if you want to add more text. I do my journaling in the Project Life app. So it's all set and ready to go. You know, one tip is, of course, to make sure you spell check everything before you bring it into Studio and that it's all good to go, because you can't edit any of this here in Studio. I'm just going to be adding embellishments here. And because these apps really are not designed for scrapbookers, there are a lot of tools I don't even use. You can add your own graphics, you can add shapes from the Studio app. I use my digital scrapbooking kits and don't even really bother with any of that. But again, if you want to dig deeper, you go right ahead. So to get to our embellishments from our digital scrapbooking kits, I'm going to tap on Image. And you can go to your Photos app, which is what's displaying right here. If you have them saved in your Photos app, you can go there. Mine are in a cloud, so I'm going to need to come over to the More section and tap on that. Now, the kit popped up because I've been oogling all the goodies in here, trying to decide how I want to embellish this. But if it doesn't, you want to come back to the On My iPad option and click on Downloads. I have downloads favorited, but I'm also going to go ahead and favorite this full folder so it can have easy access to it when I come back. So now it's down here in my favorites section. So I'm going to tap there, and I want to begin by showing you all the different parts. We've got our alpha, elements, journal cards, full-size 12 by 12 papers, the page starters, pocket cards, snippets, and word flare. I've got all the goodies for this kit, and I cannot wait to show you some of them. Let's begin by bringing in a paper from all of these goodies, and I want to use this. I think I want this one, this blue paper. So you can see it's not quite the right size. We are going to come down here to the toolbar and click on size and use the slider to enlarge it to about 125%. I know this may not make any sense, but that's what we're going to do. Trust me. Again, these apps aren't made for scrapbookers. We just use them to the best of our ability. Okay, I'm going to come to the layers palette and pull the paper under the page. And now they're the same size. You can't see the paper. So I'm going to select the paper and shrink it using the slider back down to about, I don't even want it that, I don't even want to go to 100. I'm going to leave it right at, let's just make it an even 115. Okay. So I'm going to check to apply those changes. And now we have our Project Life app page matted. We're going to add a little bit of a shadow so you can see that it's selected. It's got the marching ants around it. And you have to tap on it to get this edit tool to pop up. And then all of those editing tools at the bottom will pop up. I'm going to come to shadow and highlight shadow. You can see right now that it's off. So I want to adjust it a little bit and change the blur. I want to just bump that up, soften it a bit. I'm going to put it on 20. And again, with the opacity, I want to soften it down a little bit. I think we'll just use 20 for both. It's really trial and error. It's what looks good to you. It's what you prefer. And you can make easy, simple adjustments. So I'm going to leave it as that. So now we have our Project Life app page matted. And I want to add my first embellishment. So I'm going to come back down to image. And again, because they're in my cloud storage, not in my Photos app, I'm going to come over here to More. And that previously used folder pops up, but I'm going to go back to the main folder. And I want to pick a little element. It was a cute little star cluster that I saw. Oh, this one right here. So cute. Okay, I want to use that. Obviously, way too big. But you can see that this has a little bit of a shadow on it. So the Studio app sort of reads your mind a little bit, but you do need to check these things. And you can place it where you want with your 2 fingers. Make sure you're not covering too much of your journaling. Make it pop, have it really show up. And I'm going to actually tap on it again to have the edit tool pop up. And I want to come down here to shadow and see what's happening with my shadow. So it didn't quite give it the same shadow I gave it before. It's sort of read the size a little bit. It is a little bit smart in that way. But since that's so close, I'm going to put it back and I'm going to adjust the blur even a little bit more. Put it right there. Okay, so now I have this selected. I'm going to tap the check mark to apply those changes. I really just want to duplicate this little guy. So I'm going to tap on it and tap the duplicate button and then move it over a little bit. So I think I want to just add another one in this corner. Again, work on your placement, get it how you want it, move it around very easily. And you can just embellish these pocket pages so simply, but it really gives it such a punch. I'm going to come back and add one or two more things. So again, I'm coming to my cloud storage and I want to add a little snippet right in here. I think it's one that just says magical. Oh yes, this one right here. And I'm going to tap this check mark. I'm going to use my 2 fingers to place and move it right about there over the water, but under the castle. Oh, so cute. All right, I want to tap on it again to have the edit tool pop up and just double check that shadow and see what they're doing with it. I think I'll bump it up again. And I'm going to check the opacity as well. It's fine. Okay, check mark. I think I want to add one more little bit to this. So again, going back to image, adding the, let's see. I think I want this sparkle and shine. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay, tapping the check mark again, using my 2 fingers to move it around. And I'm going to add it right up here in the sky. Oh, super cute. Okay, so now I think I want to tap on that, select edit, and I've got the nudge tool highlighted there. I just want this to line up right with the page. So I am going to nudge it up just one little bit down. Okay, there we go. And now I want to check my shadow again. So I'm going to go to the blur option. Put it there. Now, remember, this was a 20 and a 20. I'm making these different. It's okay. It doesn't matter. You can play around with it. All right, I like that. I like the way that looks. That's cute. Now, you can do so much more. You can embellish, you can even double mat it. You can do all sorts of things. But that's where I'm going to leave it for now. So how do you save a page you made in Studio? Well, let's start by coming up here to the upper right, tapping on that arrow, and checking our export settings here at the bottom. You want to make sure that you have it on JPEG and best, and then check this Save All Settings button and click Done. And then tap on the yellow Save option. That'll save to your camera roll. And then if you want to save to a cloud, you can tap on the More button and save to a cloud if you have one, if you want to use one of those. But that's the best way to save your page from Studio. And I'll show you next how to create your own card. Previously, I showed you how to import a Project Life app page right into the Studio app. But if you want to start a Studio creation from scratch, you'll tap on the Studio app and this is your home page. Again, these aren't necessarily made for scrapbookers, so there's a lot of options in here I do not even mess with. A lot of templates for social media posts. It's really for social media and digital advertising. And so I am just going to come down here to the plus sign and start a new canvas from scratch. I'm going to tap on this right here to change the size. We're going to toggle off constrained proportions so we can make something that's not square. I'm going to start with 1800 for my 6-inch width and 1200 for my 4-inch height. Tap the check mark. And now I have this 4x6 canvas to create with. I am going to navigate back to my Kellybell collections and start with a piece of paper. So I'm going to come here and I want to choose this 50th paper. Now you'll see it comes in looking like it's not filling the whole canvas. That's fine. Just go ahead and tap on the arrow up there to save it and tap on it again to edit. I'm going to use the size slider to enlarge it, and I'm not using my fingers because I want to keep it centered and level. So I think I'll just leave it right about there. That looks good. Tap the check mark. And now what I want to add to this is one of the fun page starters. So let me go to that. Oh, these are so cute. I just love all the layering. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to adjust the size of this a little bit. I think the shadow is good, but I want to just double. Oh, that is so harsh. That's why I adjust the shadow a little bit. There we go. A little lighter. All right, I'm going to tap the check mark. And now to save this, I'm going to tap the arrow, save it to my camera roll. Now you could add so many more things to this. Any of the little word strips or embellishments or sparkles or just so many things. I'm going to go ahead and just close this out, navigate back to my Project Life app page I was working on. And there we go. This whole album is shaping up so well. I love it. I'm going to replace this with that and show you what you can do. So now that I've saved it to my camera roll, it's going to go right there. So isn't that fun? You can just create your own cards. I do encourage you to create the card in Studio versus like adding the paper to this pocket and then adding embellishments on top of it. I think that works a little bit better. And I'll show you why we're using Studio instead of just adding the page starter to this pocket. Let me show you what would happen if we did that. So I'm going to navigate back to my cloud storage and just add one of the page starters to the pocket in the Project Life app and show you what happens. Because this is not quite this, it tries to fill the space and you have all of this, and you can't adjust this really. So the Project Life app really tries to fill the space of the pocket you're using. So it's going to be very distorted, and that's why we kind of build it in Studio and then bring it in. I hope that helps clarify that. So let me add that cute card back in there. And now I have this page I could use instead of what was up here in this pocket. Either way works, right? They're super cute. But that is how you can embellish using the Studio app. All of these apps, again, are great for scrapbookers, but not necessarily intended for scrapbookers. So I do encourage you to play around and be sure to check out the Kellybell website, kellybelldesigns.com, and go to the gallery for great inspiration. Also come down here and join our Facebook fan group. I Heart Kellybell Designs group has great inspiration in here. Lots of questions, tips, and tricks. Great inspiration. Look, here's that same kit with one of the recent templates. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. You could also just come right here and scroll through some of the photos and see all of the wonderful new ideas and new kits that there are in the shop. So be sure to join us there. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you listening along and following along. Please be sure to ask any questions. I'm in this group, and feel free to ask anything you have any questions about. If I went too fast or you need clarification on anything, we are here to help you get the most out of your Kellybell Designs products. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon.